Chef Luis is a big kid at heart. I enjoy what I do. I like to have fun. I love my job. So I'm still, hitting 40 in a couple of weeks, and I'm still big kid at heart. So that's what I love. My family, love my kids, and love to play with them. So I guess that sums it up. Back when I was a teenager, I graduated high school early, and I went to accounting school in Puerto Rico. So I went to the University of Puerto Rico to go for accounting. And it just didn't pan out for me very well. Growing up, my mom was a home teacher, so I was always around the food. And with my grandmother and my grandfather, even all my family, we grew up around the kitchen table and the dining room table, which is the center of the family, where everybody got sat together, ate our meal, get your lunch or dinner, Sunday after church, and it just grew up me. And while I was in college in Puerto Rico, I worked for a bakery, and I helped out dishwasher, and then I started helping out in the line, a little bit in the line, and serving the pastries. And I said, you know what, I like this. So in '96, I came to the Florida in West Palm, and I joined the Florida Culinary Institute, which is a culinary school. And then graduated, I started my career. But it was really the influence from my mom and my grandmother. Growing up in the kitchen with them kind of get me the taste of the cooking side and the enjoyment of cooking and family and festivities. Obviously, with the party, food, equals party. So it just kind of went hand in hand together. And I enjoyed it. I had really good fun. It's like, why not get paid for it, and make it a career. So that's how it really started. I used to go with my grandfather to fish, and then we used to get blue crabs. And I remember going back in the back of the house and baking, making the fire, boiling the water, seasoning, and getting the blue crabs in there. My earliest memories I love with I was probably toddler, 3, 4 years old. My grandmother used to make rice, and white rice and beans. But at the bottom of the pan is the burnt part of it. She will make little balls, and I remember just playing around, and she'll come in and feed me, little balls of rice, and the crunchy side, almost like we call it pegado, which is just the crunchy rice in the bottom of the pan. It had all the flavor of the oil, or the tasajo, which is almost like pork belly or pork fat. So it was probably one of my favorites. And just hands-on, I remember with my grandfather just getting the blue crabs and peeling them and eating them fresh for just being picked. So here at Sysco, it's been great because I've had a lot of good experience with the customers, and getting to see the restaurant from the ground up and developing the restaurant and menu. Highlights in my career: when I was in West Palm, I got to cook for a couple celebrities, some basketball players. One of the princes of Saudi Arabia came in and booked the restaurant, and it was the first time that I had to prepare 2 dishes, and I will have to eat one, and then from the same pan, and then after I ate, and then she actually got to eat from the same serving. So one pan, 2 portions, and she will eat the same thing to make sure nothing happened. But it was kind of interesting, and the bodyguards and every exit, and actually watching where is everything is coming from. But it was, and then it's a cool experience. So I got to see in the Palm Beach area a lot of celebrities, and some of the clientele, so the other customers are high end. So it was fun. It was fun. But in here I love it every day because we get to see so many customers. We get to touch and work with so many customers that appreciate what we do. With the culinary team that we have in here, help them out to succeed. And that's basically what we're here for, just to make sure that the restaurants are profitable and they succeed. And on the way there, how we do things is fun because every day is different. We get to see different products, around to what we have. So it makes it real fun what we do. Sysco Central Florida, with the Sysco and the whole corporation, basically we're helping our customers succeed. So we're looking at operation from hotel, restaurant, it could be a school, pretty much anybody that is in the food service industry. We work with them as much as they want us to work with them. So if they need menu development, that we bring in and we bring new items. We show new items in here. We have almost 12,000 items here in stock. plus another maybe $50,000 or $60,000 available to them. So how to look at a menu and make it profitable, make sure that they're doing the right procedures, they're making the right recipes, they're helping out with the right product for the right result that they're looking for. And at the end, for them, make sure they make money. Because, it's very hard with the mom and pop and the individual restaurants don't have the backing up of marketing and recipes and procedures like the big larger corporations does. You have your chain restaurants, depending of which company it is. Could be your Darden, could be some of the largest hotels have those facilities. Our mom and pop operations don't have that. So bringing out that services, because anybody can back up the truck and deliver food, but making sure that they do exactly what they're supposed to do, helping them out as much as they want. Some people just need ideas to show them new products. Some people will look at developing the line or developing the restaurant, laying out the restaurant, menu development, training for the staff. We do serve safe. So it all depends. So that's our focus in here with the different specialists and the different people. And here in the kitchen there's 3 chefs. Which I'm in charge of the kitchen, and then with the other 2 chefs that we deal our customers, from here in the Culinary Center, and then I also go and do chef visit outside. So I actually go on location and visit the restaurants and make sure they're doing, looking at their layout of the kitchen, the fixing on the line, the training of the staff. So that's my focus right now on a day-to-day basis. And again, it varies from restaurant to restaurant because there's hardly 2 restaurants are the same, very similar, but very different. So it works really good. In the 80s and 90s when I started, on the 90s when I started, between the technology and social media, we did the information available on hand, trends on where the Food Network had a lot to do in how we look at restaurants, how we do things. Right now, a good trend is gluten-free, all local, so we are, natural, no antibiotics on the less processed food, and how incorporate that into the menus. Still, we get a lot of Korean and Asian influence in our menu, a lot of fusion. Even Mexican cuisine or Caribbean cuisine, as is very popular, but blending them flavors, Mexican, Korean, like a Korean beef taco, or some flavors that you traditionally would not see combined, is still very popular right now. Well, like I said, with the gluten-free, is probably the top one over there. A lot of people are looking for that on either the health conscious or people who have celiac disease and are looking for that offerings in the restaurants that they normally would not be able to dine out, to the people that are looking at just to health or eat healthy. And obviously the salad is still very popular, and gluten-free just with that, and low-carb diets is still on trend right now for the moment. Next year could be something different. Bacon is still popular, so you see a lot of bacon in the menu. So I'm glad, because I like the bacon on the menu. But we'll see what's the next trend coming up, what's the need to have. So focus on coming into working for Sysco is the flexibility in the family time that the company allows to the employees. So I don't work nights, I don't work weekends, I don't work holidays, but I still get to do and play with, and enjoy the culinary field. I love the grill. I have to say, good piece of steak, salt and pepper, and I'm happy. So it's, bone-in ribeye is my favorite cut. So I'm a fool for a nice piece of steak, but I love seafood too. So I just enjoy food at all. But if I'm gonna have to ask for my final meal, it would be a good piece of ribeye on the meal, on the grill, and that's it. And a good bottle of Rioja or something like that. So must have, I think it's olive oil. A good extra virgin olive oil starts a lot of good things, from seasoning your steaks or a good salad or good dressing to put it on the rice. So if you look at it, you start with a good olive oil and everything else, comes along. But that's one of the things. I must have a good olive oil, a good kosher salt, and everything else just kind of blends in. You basically, no pun intended, you can blend it in with anything else, but you have to start with good oil. When I go out, I usually know what to expect, so I just want to ensure that they are meeting my expectation. If I'm going to a sports bar and getting a beer, some chicken wings and French fries, just I know what to expect. So those are my expectations. Go to a fancier place. Obviously, you're looking at the service and the ambiance and make sure that you have good company. And before, I used to get critical of dining out, and it could be a tough thing because coming from the business of being a chef and a restaurateur or somebody that owns a restaurant is one thing. But coming in from the food service industry, going with a supplier when I know where the ingredients are coming from, I got a good sense of where are the costs of it, so I understand the ways that the restaurant make money, and they have to make money, and obviously that's what I do. I just got to make sure. So when I'm usually out, I usually dine out with our customers to obviously to get them promote the business, and if there's room for improvement, to let them know. So just meet my basic expectations as if you're in fine dining, if you're a pizzeria, if you're a sports bar, or just down the street and I hug the cart. I just want a basic of what we're paying for. So that's basically what I'm looking for, and it goes depending on the day, what are we in for, what are we gonna enjoy, and anything else. So it's just keep it simple, and I'm good. I'm not too pretentious, I guess. Becoming a chef is just perseverance. It's something that it is for the long run. Something that you just finish your degree if you go to culinary school or you do apprenticeship and you're a chef. Obviously it takes years, hard work. I did my time in the line. I did my time 120 hours a week. On for 5, 6, 7 weeks at a time during the holidays, and you expect that you're working when everybody is having fun. So just to know that it will break a lot of it will take away a lot of mishaps and people just dropping out and saying it's too hard, because it is a hard profession. Just the Food Network did great to educate our customers, so they know a lot, but they put a lot of hype and a lot of sugarcoating the industry a little bit. If you're actually going in and starting from dishwasher to nights in prep and looking at a fryer 7, 8, 10 days in a row, and it's hard work. So just perseverance. Somebody wants to do it, is not afraid of work. It's a great life. You have made a lot of friends and a lot of people I know. They're my brothers and sisters that I've worked with years that I can still call in, and have fun, or hear people, all over the world. I have people, in Uruguay and Argentina that are good friends that I've kept for over the years when we worked together 10, 15 years ago. So it's a great lifestyle. It is not for everybody, obviously, and just knowing how to get there, to become a chef, or could be you can open a restaurant and call yourself the chef and put on a jacket, but it doesn't mean exactly that you're gonna be successful at it. You might have luck, you might work with great people, but it's something that you really need to kind of research to know exactly what you're getting into.